Turning now to West Africa, vote counting is underway in Mali following a large turnout for Sunday's presidential election. Now, the vote was held after a chaotic 18 months that saw a military coup and an Islamist takeover of the north and French-led military intervention. Security was tight and the election was deemed violence-free despite threats by Tuareg separatists. VOA West Africa correspondent Anne Luke, who is in Bamako, described the mood in the country as happy. Among the top candidates vying to be president are two former prime ministers, Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta and Modibo Sidibé, and two others, Somalia Cisse, who headed the West African Monetary Union, and a relatively unknown Dramani Dembele, who is backed by Mali's largest political party, Dema. Now, for more perspective on Sunday's elections, I'm joined by Oumar Makalou, president of the Coalition for Democracy Education in Mali. Mr. Makalou, welcome to Africa 54. Now, first, let's talk about the peaceful conduct of the election. Did it surprise you?
Not really, because I knew that the French, Western countries, and the UN, including also the African Union, and WAMU, West African Union, were all together and asked the Malians to go to this election and meet the deadline. So they put in what is needed to have a peaceful and a large participation in the poll.
Yeah, but the threats of the Islamists did not come true. Does it mean they were intimidated, perhaps,
they were
by the
intimidated by the troops. Because UN sent 11,200 people. And the French had already on the spot 3,200
of their own troops.
And MISMA people become the Africa people, soldiers from
Africa Union.
Union. So security was there, a lot of policemen.
That's great. Now, let's talk about a little bit the future, regardless of who wins, whether it's Modibo or it's Keïta. What are the challenges they face as soon as they get sworn in?
That is a big question.
Because, give it a short answer. What are some of the things they have to do?
First of all, we need reconciliation between the north and the south. The so-called Tuareg are not the only representative of the northern part of Mali. So we should have reconciliation between the Tuareg, the Songhai people, the black, the Fulanis, and the Arabic people.
Now, this has failed in the past.
First in the north. And then to have a reconciliation with the southern part of the country, led by Bamako.
How can they do this? Because this didn't work in the past. How can they do it? How can they achieve
they
it?
already set up a committee of reconciliation with a mixed composition, including people from the north and the south, to do the intermediation between the communities.
Now, the French are very excited about this election. Do you see this as a major victory for the French in Mali, and how does it define the future of the relationship with Mali?
It is a major, really, victory for French president and the French in general, and the Western countries. So Europe is backing the French in this endeavor, as the UN came in together with the African Union. So I think the outcome will be that they will focus on rectifying what went wrong before in Mali. And they will help settle a true democratic regime in Mali with a legitimate head of state and government and all the institutions which are needed for checks and balances in the management of the country, the governance.
Okay.
You know.
We will be watching. Thank you very much,
yes.
Mr. Makalou.
Yes.
Thanks a lot for joining us today. Mr. Makalou, Oumar Makalou is the president of the Coalition for Democracy Education in Mali. Now, we want to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we cover. Join the conversation on Facebook. The address is Africa 54, and check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com.